Hello everyone! Welcome to another 5 minutes before work yoga practice. Just a few stretches and moves that are supposed to make you feel a bit better in your body. You can show up in your work clothes or your everyday clothes. Just take a moment to stretch out your neck. Take any movements that feel good to you right now, that help you arrive in this moment. And once you've settled, you can interlace your fingers behind your head, open up your chest, open the elbows wide on an inhale, and on an exhale, contract and round forward. So a bit of a seated cat and cow, inhaling, opening up, expanding, and exhaling. You can kind of round your back and contract. Do these coupled with your breath, inhaling, expanding, and exhaling, contracting. Life is always a constant flow between contraction and expansion. And then you can bring your arms out wide and just open and close your palms as fast as you can. I know for me this is starting to burn pretty fast, using some muscles that I don't use so much. And then you can shake out your arms a little bit, shake out your hands. And then bring the arms out wide again and imagine you're pouring a pitcher on either side. So kind of like tilting your fists down. It's a nice wrist stretch, but also a little bit of a move that can sometimes burn in unexpected places. And then give yourself a hug, you deserve it. Good morning if it's morning to you. Good midday if it's lunchtime. And good evening if it's after work. From here, take a side bend to one side. And whenever you exhale, bend to the other side. So inhale, come up. And exhale, bend. Inhale, come up. And exhale, bend. And then when you're bending to one side, kind of round forward and then arch back. So looking down towards the ground, rounding towards the ground, and arching upwards towards the sky, opening up and closing. And then you can take this on the other side, bend to the other side, and then round towards the ground on an exhale, and on an inhale, open up towards the sky, almost as if you're leaning back against the wall. Opening and closing. Can you allow yourself to open and close organically today? To say yes and no. Maybe shake out your head a little bit. Shake it no, shake it yes. Allow yourself to say both no and yes today. No to things that don't work for you, and yes to things that you want, that you need, that you wish to have in your life. Taking these as slow as you feel is right for you. And then you can trace a small circle with your nose. Imagine a golf ball. And then you can make it a little bigger, perhaps apple-shaped. Moving on to a melon. And finally, imagine you're tracing a big plate with your nose. You can keep your eyes closed or look around. And then reverse the circles around that big plate, making the circles smaller, cantaloupe-sized, apple-sized, and eventually golf ball-sized. Then when you've arrived back in the center, maybe take a big exhale, let everything go, and then you can interlace your fingers and roll out your wrists one way and another. And then individually roll out your wrists. See how this feels different. Which one do you prefer? Shake out your ankles, rotate them one way and the other. And then you can come to a seated pose on your knees, if that feels okay to you. And walk your hands back behind you, bringing the elbows in together or towards one another, drawing the shoulders back and down and opening through the chest. Perhaps you want to look up. Make sure that this is okay for your lower back and for your neck. And then slowly walk your fingers back forward and come into a child's pose. I'm taking a little seedling's pose here. The knees close towards each other and the arms behind me. Depending on your physiology and your beautiful belly, you want to open up your knees a bit wider. Give yourself ample room to breathe. Imagine you can breathe into that space in between the shoulder blades. And just let go. Contract, but in a nourishing way. Give yourself a few moments to see what you need more of today. More contraction, more expansion. Whatever you choose, allow yourself to do what feels right to you. You can come back up to seated. Thank yourself for showing up on the mat today. Thank you for practicing with me, and have a beautiful day.